Hey guys, Jillian here. I've been working on some stuff, and so I figured I'd let you in on what's going on. I dropped this in my thumbnail for last video that I designed this cosplay. Yes, I will talk more about it at a later date, but this vest I decided that I was going to make, and so I started drafting a pattern for it, which is interesting. Also, these shoes are these shoes. I need to get black ribbons for them. I don't know why nothing is in focus right now. What I did was a preliminary sketch. I used my gray vest that I own to get an idea of like where I should put panels and stuff, and then I ultimately like just kind of ignored it. So I made like a rough sketch of the shape I wanted, and then I took measurements of myself and figured out like the different measurements that I needed. And now this is where I am with the pattern right now. This is upside down. As you can see, this is like the armhole. So this would be the side panel, this would be the back panel, and then this would be the front panel, and then these are like the lapel. So I would cut this on the fold, open up, cut this on the fold, and then just cut these individually. So that's my evil plan for the moment. I don't know what fabric I'm going to use for this mock-up, but I'm going to try to pick that out today, and then I will see you when we get to the actual sewing process. Yes. Hey guys, this is a weird angle, but whatever. So I figured I'd show you the pieces that I have. So I have the lapels cut out in cotton canvas because it's just a little thicker. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to sew them together. Probably something like this. They would sit like this, like this. They would sit like this, but we'll see. I want to pin the entire vest together first and then go from there. So I have two of the front panels like this. So it's triangular because it buttons in the front with a singular button and just kind of overlaps like that. Then I have the back panel here. So this would just go across my back like this, nice and easy, simple. Then I have the side panels here. I made the armhole bigger on one of them because I did it initially and it just seemed a little small. So I'll see once I like sew down seam allowance and stuff if it still is small or I have the bigger one over here. I traced the pattern and it ended about an inch wide seam allowance. I'm not being too particular because it is a mock-up. And my plan with this mock-up is to pin it to get a general idea of the fit, make some alterations, sew it, and then make some more alterations. And, you know, like do like random darts and take it in weird incorrect ways, and then pattern that finished piece to get a more accurate pattern for what I want. Hey guys, so I was fully intending on sewing on the lapels before filming this, but I kind of lost my needle in my living room, and like I could just go downstairs and get another one, but I don't want to deal with the lost needle issue right now, so we're gonna film instead. But what I wanted to point out was that I don't have seam allowance on this part of the pattern because I put a seam allowance on the lapel, and my idea was that I would just sew it here and then I would fold the seam allowance of the lapel over to kind of finish this seam. Final verdict is I'm glad I expanded the armhole on this side because it needed it. It's clearly a little tight over here. I also have seam allowance for the finishing of the shoulder, and once I put that in, then that should resolve this issue. I might add another inch that I can always take out to the top here just so it sits a little lower. Also, I think I accidentally put seam allowance in the back. I don't need this much extra material, but overall it looks really good. It sits really well. I mean, the back is perfect. I would not change a thing about the back, and even the front, like the armholes need some adjusting, but like, and I did not leave myself enough seam allowance to sew this piece down. It fits the way that I want it to, and then it would just button close like this. So that's where we're at. So this pattern was a success, and I'm going to turn it into another vest eventually. I don't know if I'm going to film that portion, and I don't even know when I'm going to get to that because I have a bunch of other stuff I'd like to do, like the foundations revealed contest, which is slowly creeping up on me. Oh yeah, this isn't pinned. I ended up doing just like a big back stitch down the back. And then I was like, if I'm sewing this, I should just machine sew it. So I just like zipped this on the machine, and I'm happy with it. It was really easy because it's all straight lines. I mean, I would probably finish the armholes by hand because I don't want to deal with that. But yeah, it's all just straight lines, which is always fun in sewing. So this is what the final mock-up looks like, and I will try to catch you guys next week because Christmas is this weekend. I don't really want to do anything on Christmas or Christmas Eve. I'm like giving myself the days off, and I have some other like non-YouTube related things that I'm wrapped up in right now, so we'll see. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with this, guys. I honestly was not expecting this to work. On that note, I will see you guys next week. Is there an outro somewhere in this video? I have no idea, but yes, I made a pattern and I made a vest, and I hope you enjoyed my nonsense.